Ciao Alberto.
Ciao Enrico, piacere. I watched the movie. I really loved it. Background was Italy, but also, my name is Alberto, so it's like the character.
Are you the troublemaker or is your friend Luca the troublemaker?
It's my friend, the troublemaker.
So you're the complete inverse. That's wonderful. That's great.
Right. So
that's very funny.
Can you tell briefly Korean audience what the movie Luca is about?
Yeah, it really is the coming of age of outgoing troublemaker who's a bit lonely. So they're both lonely kids and they connect. And that enables Luca to embrace his true self, which is actually a curious kid that wants to see the world. They have one little problem. They're sea monsters. So it's not very safe to see all of the world out there. They happen to live under, a little island off the coast of Italy in the Riviera. We play this wonderful to have an adventure. They meet a girl there named Julia who doesn't know the secret. So it's all about like, how long can this secret last before they're busted? At the heart of it is really, what do friendships do for us? Like, I really remember thinking about my best friend and wondering, like, would I be the same person now in the world if I hadn't met him? So because there are such formative years.
As you said, I think all of us, we had a friend like Alberto in our life. Alberto is encouraging Luca all the time not to do new adventures. For me, it was the same. When I arrived in Korea, I was 20 years old and I had friends like Alberto. And I heard you also had a friend called Alberto in your childhood. Could you tell us something about him and how your childhood in Italy inspired the movie?
My best friend's name truly is Alberto, like yours.
Okay.
We met around 12. And I was, my family was kind of sheltering me and he had complete freedom. His family wasn't around as much. And we started running around Genova, places probably we shouldn't have been as 12-year-olds. And he was very passionate. He had a new passion every day. So it made it fun. He would be like, I'm going to buy an aquarium. I'm going to go fishing. One day he even bought a python. He had a python that was like, he just challenged him. Both loved, of course, little motorcycles, scooters.
Right.
Those are so funny. That we were up and down the coast. We were jumping off cliffs. That we helped each other grow, but we also had to ultimately go our ways, right? That's what happens often with the friendships. We have to carry them in our heart, we were saying.
Of course. You truly let us traveling, because for me, while watching Luca, I felt like I was going back to Italy and I had your same experiences. And summer in Italy is magic, right? It's so beautiful. You depicted it so well. It's just perfect. The details and even the railway, the train station, all places I actually went. And so I want to ask you, is there any particular detail you really focused on to depict the Riviera so well to make it real?
This idea of capturing all the details, being very specific, as specific as possible. Some of it was my memory. Some of it is sending the team so that the team could experience it. So it wasn't just me. And then it was about capturing the, big buildings with 15 windows. And we're like, well, no, okay, what is the essence of this place? First, it's a little bit wonky because in Italy, the houses are all squeezed together.
Right.
The geometry is a little bit never exact, right? So that's something we pushed. So you find what is interesting and you push it. Instead of 15 windows, let's put 2 ones and let's make sure that the beautiful little green shutters are there, right? So it was like, trying to find a little bit of the poetry of it and the lyricism in designing it carefully. The waves is something like, I love the waves. I love the pebbles.
The sea is beautiful. The way you draw on the sea is just amazing.
Oh, I'm glad you like this.
You say you're from Genoa, so I actually understand why you put the trenette al pesto, the pasta, So I wanted to know why you put the trenette, if there any particular memory for you.
It's funny. At first I thought trofie would be the perfect one, right? We were just looking for the most traditional, but they don't look as good. And that's they look beautiful, but they're not as filmic. We wanted something beautifully messy for these guys to get tangled in it and make a big mess. So of course spaghetti don't exist. Actually, the first version was spaghetti, but then we're like, that's it's where the grandmas, the nonnina says like, no, that's not good enough, right? Because you need to check with the Italian consultants to make sure it's like, we got to make it as Ligurian as possible.
I think so many people are going to go to Liguria to have the real trenette al pesto at the Vespa in Italy.
Oh, did you? That's really funny.
And most of Italians. And the Vespa is so very iconical and it's metaphoric as well because it represents something that we really want to achieve. It's like a big dream, right? What was your Vespa? What was your Vespa in your life? I mean,
We were really actually into motorcycles. I bought a C Piaggio, and then it was that little 125, 125, and it was about, you know, going out to the coast. So we went up and down from Genova to the coast a lot. So that it really was a lot of freedom. And even I did it even with that tiny little scooter. Sometimes I had to pedal up the hill because the engine couldn't do it. But that was a lot of freedom we had. And that is the symbol that, you know, the wind in the hair and also togetherness. What I love about it.
You're sharing, right? And I guess for you, probably the best part in your life was probably becoming a director, probably your dream to achieve.
Yeah, sure. Like Luca needed to go further. Luca wanted even more. And that is a little bit me chasing.
So the great Italian movies like La Strada by Fellini. Vespa also remember me of a holiday in Rome. Ladri di bicicletta. There were some like details in the.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught all those wonderful little details. Yeah, it was so much fun to. One is a Divorced Italian Style. It's another one that we have a little homage to Marcello Mastroianni. You know, I love the films of the period. We were taking music from the 50s that I loved as well. So we felt, oh, what a great way to put together. When you study filmmaking, and it's bizarre because I had left already Italy, but then you look back, I'm like, oh my gosh, what a trove of beautiful movies. Martin Scorsese telling us about it, which is funny because it's Voyage to Italy, for example. Here is a beautiful movie that tells you all about his love for Italian movies, for example.
Alberto teaches Luca to say Silenzio Bruno, to encourage his fears, you know, with Silenzio Bruno.
Yeah, it was a wonderful journey there. We knew we wanted Alberto really to help Luca, but we kept on saying, well, but he's got to help him with this kind of preposterous, crazy way, a way to put it. And I remember that was the problem. How do we make Alberto come up with this kind of something that's preposterous but awesome? And when he pitched us Silenzio Bruno, we were like, why Bruno? And so it was actually the conversation that Luca had. I don't know, you know, world, but it's just an interesting sounding name. Sorry, Bruno. I love how it's spoke. It felt very meta. We all need that, right? In this time
we all need it, of course.
I wonderful that a friend tells you like, we can do it. Don't worry. Shut up those voices. We love it. We hope it's just something that people can really relate to.
Could you you're in Korea? Those people who needed to overcome their fears.
Oh yes, this
we study together.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You want to do it? 1, 2, 3. Silenzio Bruno. Oh, Zoom is the worst for doing stuff on timing, but hey, that's our best try.
Amazing. Enrico, thank you very much again. Could you please, last but not least, say a big hello and greet our Korean audience?
Ciao to all of our audience in Korea. I am really excited for you to see Luca, and I'm also really excited you get to see it in theaters, which doesn't happen all over the world. So I really hope that you can enjoy it and laugh together and have a great time, like a little splash into the sea. Ciao.
Ciao.